Yeah, welcome to another Photoshop CC tutorial. This one's on how to create a cinemagraph. Now, to do a good cinemagraph, really it's all about creating a video that's appropriate for it. So I quickly shot this video of one of my students, and you'll see it's the classic one where the hair is being blown by a USB fan in this case. And all I did was hold my iPhone up, and I sort of got it mounted on a rolling chair to try and keep it as steady as possible. But take a look at this again. You can see it just, it's actually pretty shaky video, but it'll still work for a cinemagraph. So let's do it. So if we go into Photoshop now, and the best way to begin is to just open the video, because that'll set the size of the actual cinemagraph that you're creating. In this case, this is full high def. Now, if you look at this, we get this very large timeline. If I hit spacebar, it'll play the exact video that you just saw in the Finder. Now, what we're going to do is we're actually going to take a freeze frame of this video and place it over top and simply mask it out. It's actually so simple now. It used to be quite complicated. Now it is like so simple. So I'm just going to scrub through this and find a good spot, and near the beginning is good. Like if you notice later on, I sort of move around quite a bit. So I'm gonna take a spot around here. And then what you do is you notice here's the video in the layers. And so what you do is close that up by clicking the little arrow there. Now you just see the video group. Create a new layer, okay, like this. And on the video, so if you click down here and click on the video layer, okay, so now you've got the video layer selected. What you're going to do is you're going to do a Command A to select the entire image, Command C to copy, and then just go back up to the layer above, and Command V to paste. Now you have a frozen image over top. So if you look down on here, you have this frozen image. Now to make this simple, all I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch it out for the entire timeline. So I stretch it out for the entire timeline. Just so you know, it is a frozen image. If I hit play, you don't see anything anymore. It's just a frozen image. But what we're going to do now is we are going to mask out just the hair. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back to where it was, probably about there. And I'm going to create a layer mask. Just click down here. And what I'm also going to do is I am going to turn off the video layer so that when I mask, I see the transparency. So that way I know I'm masking the appropriate amount. Okay? For some reason, when I tried doing the quick mask, it just didn't show up. So I'm just going to do that instead. So make sure that your color is black. If it wasn't set at black, the easiest way to do it is to click the default colors and just reverse like that. And then use the paintbrush. I selected a paintbrush that is, turn the hardness all the way down and something a decent size so you get a good feather at the edge. And then all you have to do is just start painting. And I'm just going to paint over. It's really important to get the little bits of hair at the end. That's what I'm doing. I'm using a touchpad on my MacBook Pro, so my painting skills are not that good. It'd be much better if I had a Intuos tablet or something like this, obviously. And you don't have to go right to the edge because there's very little movement close to her face, but right up to where the hair will move is good like this. So that should cover it. There's a little bit of movement down here, so I'm just going to cover that in there. So bring back the video now, and now when I play, you get the cinemagraph. But what you're going to notice is because there's a bit of movement there, like at first this looks okay, but see how that little jerk motion happened? If you watch down here where the fan is, this is where the problem is. So you see I slowly move down a bit, and that's just my poor video skills. But you'll notice right up to about this point here, everything's all good. So I'm just going to go until I first see the movement. Now I just saw the movement of the fan there, so I'm just going to move this back until the fan is in place. There we go. And all I'm going to do is totally cheat and get rid of this timeline, the actual, reduce the timeline. And this will also shorten the actual video, which makes it a much smaller animated GIF, because ultimately we export this as an animated GIF. Now if I play this, Now it seems in the looping, there's still a bit of a jerk in the loop, but I guess we can't help that. Let me see if I can, maybe I'll bring this in a touch here. Let's see. I'll bring this into here and bring this into here because there's an initial jerking of that at the beginning. Let's see how that looks. So let's see if we got rid of it. Yes, we did. Now it's not so bad. And again, shorten the file. There's a little bit of a jerk in there, but it's okay. But that gives you an idea how you create it. Now it gives you an idea how important it is to have, first of all, a very still model, but also to mount something on a tripod. So it isn't your poor shooting that is causing the poor quality of your Cinemagraph. Once you've done this, you go to File, and I choose Export, and I have to export for the web legacy, because this is like a web image, and it has to be an animated GIF. And I'm going to do 128 dithered. That'll give me the most colors. And the one option you have, you'll see that it does take a bit of time to get this point right now because it's optimizing all these different images. And we'll just wait. Okay, once it's selected, you'll notice the looping option, and it's always best to choose forever because like the video is actually very short, so this will loop when you see it forever. And then all you have to do is choose save, and I'm going to save this on my desktop again, and click save. Okay, once it's saved, I can go out to my Finder and take a look. And if you look in the Finder, it'll actually show you how the Cinemagraph works with that little jerk. Oh well, it's not as perfect as it could be. Anyway, but it's a decent job. It gives you an idea how to create a Cinemagraph. Remember, your filming is the most important thing. Hope you enjoyed that.